Hi Sagittarius, how are you doing today? Whoa, what's going on there? So what do Sagittarius need to know today? What does Sagittarius need to know? Sagittarius. Right, past, present and possible outcomes. Okay, so I'll just use a few cards and then afterwards we're going to use the Sacred Earth Oracle to see further what's going on in your life. Is that okay? There you go. All very excited. So, first card. We have, in the slight past, a receptivity. This is receiving love on a higher level than you've done before. So tapping into that feminine aspect of gentleness and love. Where is it that you're receiving your love right now? Where is the healing taking place? Because here, if you allow love to come in, you can see the energy soaring right up your spine. This is an analogy of the Kundalini energy rising up right up to the crown chakra and releasing spiritual energy coming down, and you're opening, and this is receiving love on its highest level. So if you found that you've started to be interested in a spiritual existence, in an all love aspect, then you're not alone. There are many people who are wakening up to something higher than the mind and their emotions and their physical aspect that keeps them very small in the certain patterns that they move around in their daily existence. So being receptive is so important right now. So that's really good. So moving on. Oh, you've got the rebel. Doesn't sound like Sagittarian at all. So here we are, breaking away from what has gone on. This is a very important card for Sagittarians, particularly because Sagittarians love their freedom. And if they feel trapped, restrained, anything like that, then they wobble. You know, it's just not on. It's not on at all. So breaking away from what people are telling you, society, and every aspect possible. This is to be your own self. The eagle here, which represents that spirit, that insight, that connection to higher thoughts, is really paying attention to the flame, the wand. What is going to ignite now that you've broken free? So breaking free is really essential right now. Coming into your own, and it's very much like a rebirth, but it's a reawakening of spiritual energy that will aspire you to exactly where you do want to. Now, for some of you Sagittarians who still feel a tightness, especially around the heart, if you're feeling a tightness and trapped and really, you know, can't move past an aspect, now is the time to do something like this, opening up your arms and your hands, opening up and asking for the love to enter, asking your higher self, because this is all about breaking free of being a small human and rising higher to allow that energy to come through. And the vibration, it's all about vibration. If your vibration is on the correct vibration, you will attract. It's right. Basically, it's just asking for help. Ask your spirit guide, because that is the sole purpose, to help you find yours. So here we've got the maturity right now. So you'll find the energy to allow yourself to transform and really be at peace inside. So a lot of things that you've struggled with and feeling a little bit constrained for some of you, this is a time where you can really open up inside and connect to how you feel and how you are going to act. So being in control of moving forward is here. It's definitely here for you. So what's going on here? So the mindset will always keep you small, always. All that clutter and all that just too much going on in the mind. So if you are struggling within any aspect, your job, your home life, and for some of you, it's relationships as well. But the relationship with yourself is very strong if you break away from the constraints of how you have been dealing with certain situations. So allowing a life to come into you and not being so robotic will also allow the better communication between those that you need to communicate. So that's an important aspect just at the moment. So being clear, concise, and knowing what you want and how you want to say it is very important. I'm sure you'd agree there. So what's going on with the fire signs? Right. So there is a kind of blame and guilt going on. And it's very much about letting it all out, isn't it? Screaming, crying, help. But it's only the mind, and that's not who you are. You are definitely not your mind. If you tap into your higher self now and ask for help to free yourself from the mind, the mindset is just doing its job. It's going down the same route again and again. It's been scientifically proven that these thought process, these thoughts just keep making this deep groove in our mind, and we keep going like a marble or a bowling ball going down the whatever it's called, and it gets stuck in the groove and it just keeps going down. That's the same with the thought process until you train it to, hey, go somewhere else. Maybe pop you in a bag for this moment and keep you for another day, or maybe give it away to somebody else. But we really have to train our minds to stop this nonsense, because it is nonsense. It's not helping. Does that girl look like she's happy? But if she looks up here, you see, that's a different story. So this is an analogy of your higher mind and also your intuition. And if you go higher with the white, you tap into a spiritual side that you may or may not have tapped in before. Right, this is typical Sagittarian doing so too much again. So, feeling exhausted. It's just too much. You know, it is weary. Let's face it, guys. It's a wearisome time, very tiring time that's going on just at the moment. But today in particular. So what I'd say, tap into this awakening, this peace, this coolness and healing. And especially when you feel like, right, I've done enough, I'm still doing enough. How do we get out of this trap? By being strong in moving away from the mindset and having this great peace of mind that allows you to deal with any situation that's coming up. So if you are exhausted and it is confusing and it's like, I feel guilty if I don't do it. I have to move on. I have to do it, because that's who I am and I have responsibilities. But it's like, no, just calm down, calm that healing energy to allow yourself to just put down guilt and blame and anxiety and all those things that are really not serving you today. So let's have a look at the Sacred Earth Oracle, just to give you a better healing aspect, what's going on today. So what do Sagittarians need to know? So we've got productivity. So we're being very productive. But if you can see here, it's all green, it's all healing. You've got the blue in the background, which looks like thoughts and expansions. And here you've got a blossoming flower, which is opening up your brow chakra, opening it up to the possibilities. But if you see here, this is either your own child or the child within yourself. So looking after that child within you, that's probably what needs looking after the most today. Your own self, really, to allow that healing to take place and not all this clutter. So the maturity is looking after ourselves, being responsible for ourselves, isn't it? So that's productivity. So where are you going to be productive in your healing process? Not in all this busyness, please, guys. This is about healing and expanding your thought process to get in touch with a aspect that is protected. So where are you protecting and where are you being productive in protecting and healing? So that's really what's coming through today on that. So Sagittarians, thank you very much for listening and lots of love to you. And we'll see you again soon.